Before we begin, just wanted to give a quick shout out to everyone who came over from Eckhart's Ladder posting the Lumaya video on his channel. Today's video is going to be another character profile on a powerful Force user, Jedi Master Cilghal, whom we briefly went over on the video on Luke's first Jedi Council. There's not a huge amount of relevant images available, so I'm going to be cutting in a few shots of Cilghal being a badass in Thrawn's Revenge, a mod I run for Empire at War. Cilghal is a Mon Calamari Jedi from the planet of Mon Calamari, first introduced in the second book of the Jedi Academy trilogy, Dark Apprentice. In this series, which takes place 11 years after the Battle of Yavin, or ABY, Admiral Ackbar, who also happened to be Cilghal's uncle according to later books because everyone important in Star Wars has to be related, was involved in a starfighter crash on the planet Vortex. His B-Wing had been sabotaged, leading to the destruction of an ancient cathedral and the deaths of many Vors. As a result, before it was shown to be the result of sabotage, Ackbar resigned from the New Republic military and retreated to solitude on his home planet. In an attempt to locate and ask him to rejoin the New Republic, Leia went to Mon Calamari and enlisted the help of Cilghal, who was an ambassador from Mon Calamari to the New Republic, to bring her to Ackbar. Her initial interactions with Leia showed Cilghal to be highly empathetic and calm. While they were with Ackbar, he, Cilghal, and Leia unknowingly activated an Imperial probe underwater, which drew Admiral Dalla, who had recently emerged from the Maw with her fleet, to the planet, initiating an assault on the shipyards. During the course of the battle, Cilghal was tracking which starfighters would be destroyed in the command room before it had happened, saddening Cilghal that she was unable to contact and help the fighter pilots, and causing Leia to privately determine to tell Luke about Cilghal's abilities, taking it as a sign of Force sensitivity unbeknownst to Cilghal. She was also able to use her Force powers to help those who were hurt during the battle, and was able to determine who was beyond their help as well. Following the battle on Mon Calamari, Cilghal went to the Jedi Academy on Yavin. She would become one of the earliest graduates as a Jedi Knight, although she was not one of the original 12 students. As a Jedi, Cilghal focused on the healing arts and Force abilities over lightsaber combat, although she was still quite competent as a duelist, using a lightsaber with a Mon Calamari Ultima Pearl in it. Her healing abilities were key to saving several important characters. She was responsible for curing Mon Mothma when she was succumbing to what appeared to be a disease, but turned out to be a flesh-devouring nanomachine that was thrown at Mon Mothma in a drink. She also helped some guy named Luke Skywalker's wife, Mara Jade, combat the Kum spores, which he had been infected with by the Yuuzhan Vong. And after Vergir, who had been a Jedi of the Old Republic, cured the spores, Cilghal learned further techniques that would allow her to improve her own healing powers. Initially, after completing her training, Cilghal dedicated herself to both her Jedi duties and those of an ambassador from Mon Calamari. Later during the Vong War, however, she had fully taken on the role as Jedi Master, trained an apprentice named Tekli to be a powerful Jedi healer in her own right, and used her knowledge of biology to study various Vong bioweapons and technology. When Luke began his plans to set up a Jedi Council during the Vong War, Cilghal became one of the 6 Jedi to serve on the Council in 28 APY, alongside Luke himself, Kip Durin, Kent Hamner, Saba Sabatine, and Tracina Lobi. I recently did a video on that council and all its members and how Luke got it set up, so if you're interested in seeing more about that, there's a link in the description. When the Jedi Academy on Ossus was established after the Yuuzhan Vong War in the year 30 ABY, Cilghal had a lab set up there where she would continue her research on healing with the Force. During the Swarm War, Cilghal was also instrumental in figuring out how the Dark Nest and its joiners worked, developing a weapon called a Dazer, which could temporarily sever the connection between Killiks, helping Luke and other Jedi defeat the Jedi who had been absorbed by the Killik colony. Within the Order, Cilghal was also a strong moral voice, and her influence spurred Luke to promote more Jedi Masters within the Order. When Admiral Natasi Dalla became Chief of State of the Galactic Alliance and forced Luke away from the Order, Cilghal was one of the many Masters on the Council who offered to continue to help Luke surreptitiously in any way she could. While Cilghal may not have been quite the combat powerhouse that someone like Kyle Katarn was, she was incredibly powerful within her own fields, and her skill and temperament are reflected by her long tenure on the Jedi High Council. She served from her appointment in 28 ABY until at least 44 ABY. It's unknown when exactly she died or left the Council, considering there's about an 85-year gap between the last Legends book, where she's still active in 44 ABY, and the first Legacy comic, where the entire Jedi Council has been long replaced. That's going to do it for our look at Cilghal, though, so thank you for watching. If you've enjoyed, please consider subscribing for more, or leaving a like. I hope to be able to stay with doing at least 2 videos per week from here on out, but I'm going to be away for a bit this month, so there may be 1 or 2 weeks where there's just one. If you have any requests for future videos or feedback on the videos themselves, please leave them in the comments. There's a bit much to respond to everything, but I do read all of them. Hope to see you next time.